This is the Kaufman is Live YouTube channel. I look at comic books new and old. Today I'm looking at a new comic book, Savage Dragon number 270 by Erik Larsen. He's the writer and artist. It's by Image Comics. I got two covers here. Savage Dragon's probably the only comic that I'll splurge and get two covers on usually, because once after they hit the market, they usually get pretty hard to find. So this cover's got a reference to the actual story, Chasing the Tiger, with the little tiger tail here. These are the dragon kids. And this is just a real solid drawing of Malcolm Dragon. I mean, it looks simple enough, and it's in black and white, which is cool. And I like the negative effect here on the corner panel. And the old school style of both the logos I really love. This drawing, I mean, it's just got a lot of little cross-hatching and detail. And looks like a quick but detailed drawing. It's really cool. We'll get into the issue here. Jack Morelli is the letterer, and he does a really great job on sound effects on this issue. You find them all throughout this issue. And I've heard Erik Larsen say when he found out that Jack Moretti was available, he got him right away to be his letterer. And I can see why. He does a great job. Real nice double splash page here to open up the issue. We get a splash page at the beginning too, with Angel she's grabbing Malcolm by the wrist, and she's doing like the speedball maneuver to toss him right through the giant monster's head. And in the background here, we've got the SOS West members who are smashed in the rubble from the last issue, if you read the last issue. Also love the banner. It's got like the Jack Kirby-esque, like 60s style Marvel banner that they have in every issue. It just feels like homecoming to every issue. So many little touches. I don't know many other comics that do this anymore. I love the pineapple, like, kind of scales on this monster here, too. This is set in San Francisco, too, if you didn't notice the bridge in the background. And Dragon's getting drowned by the monsters there, the sea monsters, but he uses his electricity power that he inherited from his mom, Rapture, who has electricity powers, and uses it to kill them all. And his stepsister, Angel, swims in to rescue him. She gives him mouth-to-mouth to resuscitate him. There's always like some weird tension between them. But she's glad that he's okay. She's got to go check on Frank. But Frank is, he's actually stuck in Dimension X, as he explains. Mr. Glum swapped minds with me and trapped me here in Dimension X. And now he's just killed a cop. The world thinks I'm a cop killer. Angel thinks I'm a cop killer. So I really like the way he depicts Dimension X with just all the squiggly lines for the foliage and details everywhere. Looks really cool. And then we've been having a super weird subplot now that Mickey Mouse is fair use. Larsen has incorporated him into the Dragon comics, except that he's like a sex pervert, and he's after Dragon's wife, Maxine. And, well, it's just really odd, but I like the way that he depicts on this page that, Maxine's page is all in white, and Mickey Mouse's page is all in black. But they got the same panels, while she explains to her therapist everything that's going on. And Mickey Mouse is just at a bar explaining to some other drunk how he feels entitled to just do whatever he wants. But the therapist is saying no one has a right to do whatever they want. So they actually go to a Pride Parade in San Francisco. And Paul Dragon comes with Malcolm, and he says, "End of the line, hate monger." So they're battling like, protesters, essentially, I guess. And Walter the tiger, he's searching for one of Dragon's kids who he made friends with when they moved to San Francisco a few issues back. So he's finally made it to San Francisco. And if you couldn't tell it's San Francisco, Larsen drew it right here. It looks really cool. Like the legs hanging out of the one window here. But I just love Larsen's cartooning. I mean, attention to detail on every face. He makes every face unique on every single character, even little minor characters. You know, he probably had reference for this tiger, but he draws it kind of like one of his freaks, where they just all have weird attributes. He's got real nice hand drawing there and feet. Larsen can definitely draw feet. And I have to skip the next few pages here, but Larsen likes to draw lots of nudity too. But suffice to say, Animal Control gets Walter, and unfortunately they shoot him in front of the children too, which is really horrible. And we get the final page here as there's this giant like right-wing robot who's out here to destroy everybody. And there's some Easter eggs in the background too. There's Mickey Mouse, who almost got to Maxine, Batman. But, you know, lots of messaging in Savage Dragon comics, the current ones anyway, as you can tell. Larsen does not shy away from that at all. But, you know, for me, it's doesn't diminish the experience at all. It enhances it. The fact that, you know, Larsen will say and show and pretty much do anything in his comics. There's no limits. And that's why I still read them. That's why I still love Savage Dragon comics. So we get another reason why I love Savage Dragon comics is the letters pages afterwards. Multiple pages of him answering letters from the fans. You know, usually they're very thoughtful letters and questions. And it fills in a lot of the gaps too in between some of the issues. So they're definitely worth reading. At one point in here, he answers a question and mentions that the backup stories actually are in canon, you know, generally speaking, and in continuity, which is the same with this Little Angel and Glummy Frank backup story that we get. And we get a single page little spread here by Raven Perez, who's done some backup work in Dragon before. They did a Super Freaks one-shot, which was like a tribute to Savage Dragon, which I'll have to review sometime. I've got like 20 other reviews on my channel at least. I post daily reviews, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please take a second to do that. And if you like videos like this, please like the video. We get the backup story here. The cover's actually on the back. Little Angel and Glummy Frank. And it's done all in kind of like a Richie Rich style. And pretty simple story here. And it's even got like dark paper. This is glossy, you know, shiny paper, but it just has that look of like old style newsprint paper, as opposed to all the other pages, which are just like white, solid white, you know, nice print paper. But basically we get Glum. He's trying to search a way out of here of Dimension X. He wanders into a cave and gets caught by this monster, Corgo. And Corgo is going to eat him for dinner, but Angel saves him, and then they're going to eat him for dinner. So, just a fun little story. I always thought it was really, you know, hilarious, kind of the way that Larsen draws Mr. Glum, as opposed to all the other characters who are generally like super muscular and rendered and detailed. But he just draws Glum like as just like this red circle face and like no real body to speak of. And, you know, he always draws like younger characters too, looking like Peanuts characters, which is pretty funny. And I appreciate that. I mean, he doesn't he doesn't have any fear about just going for whatever he's thinking of at the time. And he's been around so long, you know, he can get away with it really too. Like, I love the way he inks the water here. Like, water is so hard to draw, but he makes it look like you know it's water. Even, he's splashing it around there. Still looks like water, dragging him through there. So just real great cartooning, great work altogether. Um, Tell me what you think about Savage Dragon. Have you read any issues recently? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you on the next video.